What's up, fam? Merry Christmas Eve. So I want to give a shout out to a very kind stranger who turned out to be my neighbor, named Ryan, who is my Christmas miracle. So I just got rescued. I just got stuck in snow using my parents' Buick Enclave. It's a front wheel drive, and I was just pulling into my apartment complex. And there's this, the lane is only big enough for one car and then the oncoming car, so two lanes, and there was already an oncoming car. So I'm staying in my lane and I didn't realize how deep the snow was. I mean, check out this storm. It's bomb cyclone Elliott that's plaguing dozens of states around the nation. Oh my gosh, look how bad that is. My phone is actually pretty good with resolution. I can see better through my phone than I can through my own eyes. And when I was driving, I actually had my GoPro 10 on the dash cam, and I could see the road way clearer through my GoPro than I could just looking at the road. But I still was looking because I didn't know how safe that was with a limited scope of view. But anyway, I'm just coming. I was obligated to go to work. I had a couple patients who could not be rescheduled and one sick visit as well, which meant something acute happened to one of the patients, and they needed to urgently see their physician. So it's good that I went to work because I feel like I did help people who looked like they really needed help, needed some advice. But coming home was dicey. And what's, can you call it serendipitous, was that a few minutes before I got stuck, I was actually at roadside helping another person in a Volkswagen Beetle compact car who was really stuck. I mean, this person was next to a grocery store, so it was a very, busy area section. And it looked like as if she's pulled over on the side of the road, like as if it was an emergency lane. So she's there, and then when I was asking, other people, we were all trying to push her car to get her unstuck as she tried to reverse. I asked, how did this happen? And some of the other people there were saying that she just wasn't paying attention to where she's going. And I was like, distracted driving, and maybe she just veered. It's possible, but then a few minutes later, after I left the scene, it happened to me. And so with her story, one line closure, an F-150 could not get her out with all of us pushing, or rather just helping out. So if an F-150 couldn't get her out, then we referred her to a tow truck company. And for my part, I just didn't realize that instead of my car driving over the snow, it's actually acting like a snow plow and just pushing the snow until the point where the snow got higher and higher and higher, and my whole car couldn't move. And I got stuck in terms of I couldn't reverse either. And when I got out, the snow next to me that was untouched was it was less than 2 feet, so maybe a foot and a half. Was not there this morning when I left at about 8:30 a.m. And so it was about a foot and a half. And when I got stuck, the snow in front of me that my car had kind of pushed and piled was probably 3 feet, 3.5. And so if it wasn't for this kind stranger who came to rescue me, I would be in a lot worse situation with my car out there, me trying to block the entrance, and it just would have been all around badness. But he was the oncoming car whom I had passed. He turned around, and he had a Jeep and was able to hook up a strap to his hitch and to my hitch, and then he would just get close to the car and then just accelerate and just try to keep yanking me out. And he successfully did that. But what's crazy is, so I'm coming from Oahu and he is coming from Big Island. And so, my gosh, he just moved here with his wife and his kids from Big Island, and he wanted to get out of the house right now, in the storm. What he was describing, it sounded like he was a little stir crazy. So he wanted to get out of the house, and his wife was chiding him because he told her he wants to get a haircut in this storm. So then she of course, reasonably protest, but he ended up being in the right place at the right time, and he was there to help me, and he successfully rescued me. And I told him, I said, hey, please tell your family that you rescued someone. And I said, when you and your wife are ready, come by, knock on my door. I'm going to buy you a first round of beer. And I'm super thankful. And it was just such a serendipitous moment. Maybe not for the Volkswagen Bug lady, but for me, it was kind of a really cool ending, and I call it my Christmas miracle. So, if you don't have to go out, fam, just please strongly consider staying home or spending Christmas with your family and loved ones in close proximity, because no one who doesn't need to be out there should be driving in this, or risk getting stuck. It's so cold. It's so cold. I was getting frost nip, not quite frostbite, and I was a little worried because I kept warming and rewarming, which can also be dangerous. But yeah, it's just high risk. I was out there in small bursts before like a few minutes, and then I would go back in my car when I was at the Volkswagen Bug, and even here with Ryan. So don't be out if you don't need to, and just be safe. And Merry Christmas. Love you all.